simply do not know why the network chose this day to be, that day to mess things up. But no matter what happens, we are going to hit up strong. So please, for those who were here before, kindly come back and join up. I'm really struggling here. I'm really struggling here. Yes. Tell them. Let them join. We are live. Sorry. We're having so much technical issues here this evening, which is unprecedented. But of course, we will be moving home stretch. All right, let's just give a few minutes for those who are supposed to join up so that we could have a fantastic show right here this evening. So bad network is trying to mess me up. Technical issues here and there. Well, trust me, nothing is going to stop our shine this night. Nothing's going to stop our shine. We must have a fantastic show tonight. Yes, I can see. Welcome, the House of Errors. It's glad to have you at the conversation tonight. Like I said earlier, we've had a couple of technical issues here, and that's why we're starting again. The last live had to be cancelled because, I don't know, you kept on reconnecting, and couldn't just get in. But I think it's a bit better now. And yes, I see you. And we will just go on. Just give me a minute. Let me see. Yes. Thank you once more, our guest, for joining. Sorry, there's just been a whole lot of issues here, right here. I don't know what is really the problem this night. But nothing's going to stop our shine. We're going to have that conversation effectively tonight. So if our guests can come up, we will just continue. Yes, I think he's coming up. Yes, welcome, Dr. Modest. It's nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here too.
Yes, sorry for the short delay. I've been having tons and tons of network issues just prior to now. Everything was perfect just when I was about to go live, and then you know how technology can be.
Well,
everything started failing.
That actually happened to me in the day. I was on another program in the afternoon. I was connected all through, but the moment I had to take the floor, technology let me down. So it happened to me today. It's not a strange thing.
All right. So it's fine. At least we're here now, and we can definitely get on with the event for tonight. So it's nice to have you. Yes, just we're starting. Of course, I've told you before, this is the BRL conversation, and what we're doing in the BRL conversation is simply having discussions, conversations centered around business, relationship, and lifestyle. Basically, that's what the show is about, and that's what we'll be having in the conversation. And like I said, it's more of a conversation. So it's a talk, it's a reason and response. It's going to be conversational and not just question and answer. It's going to be conversational. So you just have to enjoy the flow, and then we get to know who our speaker is, your experiences down the line, how, of course, you have been able to impact people around you, what are your flaws, what are your strengths or weaknesses, what are the things you have done to be productive, and all those things, the behind the scenes are the most important part. You want to hear those things that people do not know about, the very beautiful man and the very beautiful smile. They will want to do that tonight, and that's the essence of the BRL conversation. So let's start off this way. Who is Dr. Modest Nuel? I know a lot of persons are going to be watching this video either now or replay, and they want to know who is this man I've been making noise about everywhere. So just tell us who are you?
Yeah, okay. Like you've said, I'm Dr. Nuel. I'm a researcher in ecological linguistics. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a writer. So I have a couple of books out there, and I'm a motivational speaker. I talk to people, I encourage people, and well, I'm a simple person, and I will sum up by saying that I'm fearless.
Yes. That's the next part I was going to go to. Fearless. I've had that name, fearless. You know fearless. Who's fearless? You know how fearless. Everyone keeps saying fearless. Like, where did the name fearless come from? How did you come about the name fearless? Like, let me understand. Is that a business name or a name that was a nickname?
Well, yeah, it's an interesting thing because this has followed me all my life. From childhood, I mean, I've grown up being that fearless person. I just believe that there is nothing that can stop me in life, except there is one thing, which is death, and which is the ultimate thing. So there is no need for me to fear anything in life. From childhood, I've been like that. If you follow my path in life, from childhood, my primary school life, secondary school life, to university, onto who I am today, I've lived that fearless life, believing that nothing can happen to me except, you know, the ultimate thing, which is what nobody can escape. So that's me. I just have that confidence in me. I just believe in life.
So if I understand what you're saying, it is your experiences down the line that had made you to adopt the name fearless.
Well, not just the experiences, but the way I view myself, the way I perceive myself, the way I perceive life.
Okay, so it's the way you perceive life, and then you say, "Oh, there's nothing to be fearful about, so I'm fearless."
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's safe to say fearless was an adopted name you gave yourself based on the way you view life and also your experiences combined. All right, so now let's look at the business side, because business, relationship, and linguistics. And lifestyle. So you, aside from lecturing, which you do as full time, the business side of things, which is your public speaking, you know, the book writing, and all. How did that come about? How did you start off? What motivated you into going into those aspects, public speaking, writing of books? How did that come about?
Let me go back to public speaking before I get to the books and all the others. I believe that I'm somebody. I believe that there is need to extend a hand to somebody else. You know, you need to. If you see that there is an opportunity, and if you see that you have that opportunity to help somebody, it's necessary to do that. So I saw myself like somebody who could motivate others, who could talk to others, who could make them see life in a different way, who could impact people. And that's how I started doing write-ups and so on and so forth, putting them online. And that's how it all started. Then somehow, sometime in 2000, and I think 2018, because that's actually when I had my first talk, online talk. That was sometime in 2019. Yes, the International Conference of Stars. That's where I started my public speaking career, like officially. That's the first time I ever talked to a global audience. So somehow I got up at 4 a.m. in the morning, and I opened because I'm very savvy with technology, so I kind of always check my mail. So I got up at 4 a.m. and I opened my mail, and I saw I saw this mail from my brother in Nigeria, Holisi Idabo, and inviting me to talk on the International Conference of Stars. I was like, where did this guy even see me? I don't even know who this guy is. I didn't reply immediately. I had to check over, and then, but then I didn't reply that night. I waited until the morning, and then I replied. I said, well, I'm in for it, because, you know, like I say, I'm fearless. I knew that it is nothing that is thrown at me can be more than me. So I gladly said, well, I'm going to do it. He should just tell me whatever he needs me to do. So that's how it all started.
Oh, okay. It's a fantastic journey. Ironically, I had a conversation with this same person you just mentioned a couple of hours ago, I think earlier in the day, and he was like, "Oh, yes, my brother, Fearless. I owe him a lot. He has done a lot for me." And I was like, "Oh, really? He has done a lot for you? Yeah, okay. Maybe you tell us some of those things that has gone down after, like you mentioned, the International Conference of Stars, which was your first public speaking engagement. I'm sure, of course, you've been doing other things before the public speaking engagement, which you have had to interact with people and all before then. But that was more like an international platform, where you had to talk to different people from across nations. And I would say that was more like an aha moment for you when it comes to the public speaking area. So that's nice to know. Very, very nice to know. So are there people you look up to in the public speaking space or in the writing space? Okay, I admire this man. Each time I watch him speak, there's this courage, there's this charisma he has, and I think I would love to, adopt one of those styles and techniques. Are there people like that?
Well, I like unconventional people. I like unconventional people who think out of the box, who do things in different ways. So in writing, there's this guy that the stabbed recently, the writer of the Satanic Verses, Salman Rushdie. That's somebody that because I like when you write in ways that that go against traditions, that go against those long-standing values. So I like reasoning differently. In public speaking, there are quite a number of guys that I follow. But then, there's one thing about being unique, wanting to be yourself. I learn from everybody, but I want to be myself. I learn from everybody, but I want to be myself. Because somehow, if you want to replicate or try to be like somebody, then you lose that originality. So basically, that's some kind of a thing that I try to do.
Okay, I see that. Of course, these are one of the things I tell people. Everybody has their own signature, and as much as you say you have mentors, you have coaches, you have consultants that guide you along the way, don't lose your originality. It's very important. Your originality makes you, and them. They could just serve as guidelines, showing you maybe take a right turn, take a left turn, but the particular path to walk on that road is totally up to you to take.
That's true.
So we don't lose yourself trying to be the next person, because you are unique the way you are. Nice one. At that point, nice one. So, share with us. I know you are fearless. You say you are fearless. Well, have there been some challenges you have encountered in your career, in business? What are those very low moments that you've encountered along the way?
It's been quite a lot from childhood, knowing where I come from, those of us who come from the lowly backgrounds, we always have those challenges. So it's been some kind of a challenging journey, trying to change your status, and then on the way, most importantly, most particularly with friends, which is somehow along the way, these are the people who are supposed to be with you all the time, share moments with you, but then you get to meet friends who are not real friends, and so those are really challenging moments. I remember one particular moment back in secondary school. Then I was living with two of my guys. One is now a medical doctor, and now we are very good. We are still very good friends, And but then, back then, one thing happened, especially I was in a relationship. Somehow I had a girl, and somehow one of the guys was after the same girl. But we live in the same house. We call ourselves friends.
Interesting.
Oh God.
Interesting. I understand how that feels.
Yeah. So when this other guy actually, when I finally learned, I learned about it years after when we had separated. You know, we had moved to different ways, our different ways. I moved out of town. He moved to another town, and so on and so forth. So it's only when we had actually gone our different ways that I learned about it. And well, so those are some of the kind of challenging things that we've gone through. But then, if you pick up a copy of Fearless, probably you're going to have traces of some of the challenges that Fearless has actually gone through. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
The most challenging part has been friendship.
Okay.
Friendship. Yeah.
Friendship.
Yeah. Not having to trust people. Not having to trust the people that you should trust. That's the crazy thing.
So ironically, I could say a lot of friends have let you down in the past. And,
I can say so. I can say so.
Okay. So what has that done to your trust? Has that made you trust people less, or you still have an open mind when you come to meeting different people?
Well, the truth is, I do not really want to say I trust the human person per se. I can trust in the aspect of humanity, but not the human person, because it's kind of really difficult now. You know, to trust a human being, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to trust a human being. I just believe that, okay, they are good people. They are good people. That's that aspect of humanity. They are going to be good people. But then to really say that this person, I should trust this person 100%, it has become a very, very challenging thing to me. That's the truth about it.
What you're saying is looking like we should remove trust from the dictionary, like trust next again in the dictionary. We should not take that, we'll scrap it. Remove your dictionary, it should not be there again.
Somehow, I just hope that, okay, well, I get into a relationship with somebody. Okay, this is my work partner. Okay, I trust, I hope, I trust in a hopeful manner. Not really that trust as per just the word trust itself. I'm just trusting because I believe that, okay, if there is one person that is good, then there is another person. It's possible that there's another. But otherwise, the things that I've already seen, I wouldn't want to trust. I wouldn't want to trust.
Okay, let me throw this question at you. Still on the matter of trust you're talking about, because that's what we're heading into, relationship and trust and all that. That's the next phase of the conversation. And so, if you now say trust is now a big issue, especially because of your experiences in the past, then how do you think you would successfully? You said you were single. I remember you mentioning single. You're not married, and so for you to have a successful relationship with anybody else, there must be, like I said, some elements of trust. Some elements of trust. Without that, relationships cannot work. You would either just suspect the person all your life, and then anything that proves as if your suspicion is that I said it, and then it causes a whole lot of issues. Also, even in business, even in business itself, you can't do partnerships. You can't do strategic planning with people. You can't even have a successful workflow between maybe management and team members without some element of trust that they can do the job, trust that they can deliver as expected, trust that the person you're going to employ next is going to be the best person for the job. All those things are trust just finds a way of sitting inside this inside. Yeah. So what would you now say in relationships? Let me quickly ask this one. Like I said, this is a no-hold-barred conversation, and you're going to tell us be as truthful as possible. Are you dating anybody at the moment? Is there a lady or other single ladies who would have the chance to watch this can also have the chance to throw their shot at you? Let me know that before I say the next thing I have to say.
Well, I think nobody should throw a shot at this point.
Ladies, you heard that? Doors are closed. Doors are closed. We're single but not searching. All right. But now, talking about the relationship you are in currently, it means that definitely, I'm sure there's some elements of trust we have. True or false?
Yes. Okay. I wanted to come back to the trust thing because Let's not mistake trusting somebody, trusting friends with your personal things, and then trusting in business and all of those things. There are things that, you know, you want to, and even talking about your partner, it's still different from just a mere friend. Yes. Okay. For instance, all of these people, the friends I talk about who betrayed me, are mostly men, guys like me. You get it? They are guys like me, because at the end of the day, the lady who was being chased never kind of didn't tell me because of kind of fear or something of that sort. But then she didn't give in. You get it? So my worry was with my friend who was going after a girl whom I'm dating. You understand that? And then, so with business, with partnership, you have to trust in that sense to give the person the go ahead to do things, because if you don't, then the person will not be able to deliver your business. The business will not deliver, because this here it's a two-way thing. It doesn't profit just me. It doesn't profit just me. If it is business, it doesn't profit just me. It profits both of us. So if you want to if you fail in the business, it's going to affect all of us. So somehow you see the issue of trust there is a kind of different kind of trust. But now it's trust. Okay,
okay, so but for me, like I said, this is a conversation. For me, trust is trust. I have to say, trust is trust. It just depends on, you know, the person you are trusting at the moment. You know, so it could be trust in business, trust in relationship, with a partner, trust with friends and family. You know, it's still the word trust. The word trust has not changed. It's just the circumstances that could, you know, could vary from left to right. Circumstances that could vary. Yeah,
that's true.
Okay, so it's just that. So now, going on with the relationship thing, I would like to ask: have you been served breakfast before? Okay, maybe you don't understand what that means. Served breakfast. in Nigerian context, there's this popular musician, Burna Boy, and I sang a particular song. You know, I talk about you know, serving you breakfast in bed. You know, of course. So what that means to serve you breakfast means, you know, for someone to actually dish you, you know, for a girl to break your heart or something, or a guy to do that to a girl, or a girl to a guy. That's what you sit around serving breakfast. No, you speak in the pidgin. That's what it means. So I'm asking now, still under the relationship aspect, has there been that time where you were served breakfast, like, you know, a girl broke your heart? Has that been that time? What was the experience like? What led to that? What are your regrets and what are the lessons you learned?
Well, I would rather say circumstances in life, not a goal. But then, well, I could still say yes, because somehow I was dating this lady who somehow got up and framed whatever story talking about pregnancy. And, you know, I have this, I'm an emotional person. And there are certain things that I don't like to discuss. For instance, abortion and things like that. But then this lady brought up this which to me it was a kind of very traumatizing thing to me, and somehow, and that was the end of the relationship, because it was not actually true. It was not actually true, and what she wanted me to do. Give her money to do abort and things like that. Well, you know, I gave her the money with the condition, as I'm giving you this money, I will not see you again. And that would be the end of it. Yeah, I was hurt when she insisted and insisted, because actually I didn't even see her when I was giving her the money, because, well, she was wherever she was, and I had to just send her the money. So that's kind of when I was, yeah, kind of.
Oh, okay. So somehow that was one of the low moments, I would say, you had in your relationship life, and you would always wish to forget it in a hurry.
For sure.
Yes, I like the fact that you're being very. See, that's the essence of the BRL conversation. People being open enough to share those experiences, and then of course we look at the lessons learned and from it and all that. And so, like you said, abortion is never going. Shouldn't be an option at all.
No.
It shouldn't be an option. A child has a chance to live, and should be. Should have that life. So yes, we do make mistakes. The fact that we've made mistakes in the past doesn't mean we won't condemn what is wrong or what we think is wrong. Because if you're the victim of that, then you say, okay, you
the bad thing about it, it's just the fact that, and she was even lying. That's the worst thing about it.
So it was not true that she wasn't even pregnant at all.
She wasn't even pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are the lessons you learned from that relationship? What are the lessons you can draw? A lot of persons want to learn that. What are the lessons you draw from that experience with that particular lady that you can share for others to also learn?
Well, it's just about sometimes you just fall in love with a beautiful person. I mean, you need to fall in love with probably the inner person rather than the outside. Flashy television live, social media live it is not a thing. It is the person inside. It is that inside that you should fall in love with, because at the end of the day, if this person was that kind of real beautiful person from the inside, this wouldn't have even come up. Because sometimes they will tell you that, okay, I was trying to test you and so on and so forth. There is actually no reason to try to test somebody to the point where the person pleads with you and gives you reasons why it shouldn't happen, and then you keep insisting, So that we have to learn to fall in love with the inner person and not just the outer person.
Lessons learned. Do not just look at the cover alone. Make sure that the content is what's more than the cover itself. The cover could look attractive, nice, and all good, but then the inside is what matters the most, and that could make or mar you. I think those are the lessons that you've learned from there. And then anybody else who will be watching this or watching the replay, this is also a lesson you should learn from the doc himself and from his own personal experience, so you don't fall victim of such a relationship. So moving on, yes, we have to move very fast. Sorry, time will not permit us to take the extent that we should have done because of the issues we had from the beginning. But then, like I said, we'll do as much as we can. So lifestyle, let me look at what has been your lifestyle like. So in terms of lifestyle, I would ask first, how do you relax? What do you do in your free moment? Do you have a free moment? Most times I see people on some persons on social media. In fact, I saw a post, I think today or yesterday, and someone was like, okay, that her phone was given to a friend of hers, got her phone, went through her phone, and there was no movie there was no comedy skit in there was no maybe novel in there was no game in there was no Netflix in there was just nothing, just only books, manuscripts, write-ups, and all that. That was the only thing that you could find in there. And the person said, "Oh, the phone is so boring," and give it back to her. And she was like, "Oh well, I'm weird." And I see a lot of persons in the comment section saying, "Yeah, you're weird in the right way. Keep it up, be amazing and all." No disrespect to what she posted or what she has just narrated. But then, what's your take on that? This is, for me, I think you should balance life, and it's not just about pursuit for success alone and the drive to want to become the best in your niche or make money or become successful in that area, and then other parts of your life suffer also. So let me ask you, how do you balance that? Do you have time where you also relax, catch fun, or you're just all serious?
Okay. Interestingly, and especially to those who know me, probably in the professional domain, they will not understand this. But then, I have a social life. You must relax in life. I have a passion. I'm a lover of music. I love music. I sing. So when I'm free, I love to go to the studio. I have friends who are into music, who own studios and things like that. So I have a couple of songs, and most of them I've recorded just because it was during my free moment. I went to the studio, I got inspired, and I did something. So those are the things that I generally do. Well, I go to the studio, I listen to a lot of music, like I listen to a lot of music. I sleep with music, I study with music, I do everything with music. So that is the highest thing that I do. Music.
Okay.
Music. And well, playing games too on phone, well, just a few times. I play games too a lot. And then one thing I also do very much is talking on phone, social media, just discussing with people, and so that's it. I watch football.
You watch football? Yeah. That's football. You watch football. What club do you support?
Well, if you are not white, then you are not playing football. So you should be Los Blancos. Don't tell me that
the guys that finished me in the last Champions League final. I don't want to remember those names.
So you are red.
I don't want to remember those names. Yes, I'm a red. I was so hopeful. We were hopeful of a quadruple, and then of course the Los Blancos came and showed us that they are supreme when it comes to the Champions League.
Well, that's Real Madrid for you in the Champions League.
Yes, you take nothing away from them. They are the kings in Champions League. Nobody do it the way they do, and we also stuff our hearts for them when it comes to Champions League. But don't worry, we are coming for you. You can't be there forever. We'll come.
Well, I hope you guys are going to. You started the season very poorly, so I hope you're going to sit up.
Yeah, we did. Even the last match was a disaster. Actually,
the match of
losing 4-1 to. Yes, losing 4-1 was not good for us, but we'll always bounce back. It's part of it. It's an experience, definitely. That one should also
trust in club.
Yes, of course. Yeah, it's like business too. There are some times where your business, nosedive. You've been doing all well and all good, and then one or two policies come in, or one or two government laws comes in, and you lose one of your very good staff leaves or something, and then business just seems to take a downturn. So these are things that so of course we need to stabilize, and we're going to work on that, and we'll get back on our feet again. And that's how life is, ups and downs, and these are the things that make life very, very interesting. So if you would, I don't know if have you ever gone for a vacation before, like somewhere out of your work zone? So I want you to go here and relax. Basically, that. Do you do that sometimes?
Well, that's one thing which is on my mind. I've never done it. But then actually yes. I thought about it sometime in March, but then it was still school, and then after that I've had a lot of things, a lot of engagement, and it's not been possible. But then I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, that's something I advise people to do. Although I'm one person that loves traveling. I love traveling a lot. Just leave my comfort zone, go somewhere different, and just relax, see people. Basically not for business per se, in quotes, just to tour around and relax. So it's something. It helps you to reset yourself. It helps you to refresh the memory. It helps you to also get more fresh ideas. Creativity most times comes with the things you see, the environment you stay in, and everything that's in between. So sometimes when it looks like everything is choking you, it might not just be like. It might not necessarily be that you're walking too much. It might just be the environment itself that is so tense, and you need to just change that environment for a while and freshen up again and come back, refresh. And that's why you see the whites would always love their vacations, no matter how busy they are. The richest people in the world, the Elon Musk's, the Bill Gates, and so they take time off, go to their country home or their country place, and you see one hot. Maybe they don't communication, the rest of them just stay there and maybe just do fishing and relax in their cabin. Those things have their place. And I just hope that we too in Africa would also develop that habit to always do that, so that we don't, walk, and pass out alongside. So you could visit Nigeria. I don't know if you visited Nigeria before. You can come to Nigeria for one of those holidays, and we have a lot of fantastic sites where you can,
stay. It will be a great thing, and with the many friends that I have out there, it's going to really be fun.
Yes. So make plans to come to Nigeria. In fact, let me not say this. I will discuss this behind the scenes, and we'll see how that happens. All right, so yes. Okay, I would ask you some other random questions right now, not necessarily on lifestyle, business, or on all that, but it's still something about success. And what's your definition of success? What is success to you? Some person see success as when you have all the money, is like, oh, I'm a billionaire. So that's, for me, success. So another person see it as, okay, maybe if I have built my house and have my 2 cars and train my children in school, I am successful. Different definitions for success, the word success. But for you, what do you think you define as success? What would you have achieved and you say, okay, for me, I'm successful?
Basically, I would define it in one word. Success is happiness. It's happiness. If I can be happy, if I can make the people around me happy, then I believe I'm successful. It's not about the money. It's not about the wealth, and so on and so forth. It's about me being able to be happy, to make myself happy and make the people around me happy. So to me, that is success. So
okay, that fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. For me, success is simply, for me, I measure success with the amount of lives I've impacted. For me, it's a joy to see how I can help people. Not necessarily money. It might not be money. It might be advice. It might be just guidance. It might be making people smile when they are going through difficult times. Whatever it is that just makes people happy, like you said, happiness. That's it for me. If you can touch 1,000 lives, you can touch 1,000,000 lives before you really die. For me, I'll die a successful person, a happy person. I'm not basically necessarily the billions. So person have all those billions and yet they are not even happy. They don't have this inner peace.
So you see,
but they have all the money.
Mm-hmm. They have all the money.
Go ahead, say something.
So you actually see that even though you look at it from a different perspective and I see from a different perspective, is the same thing. So it's basically that, making other persons see life in a better way, or giving meaning to life, the life of other people. That's it. Basically, that is it.
So if you let me ask, if you were asked to maybe come back to in the next world, I used to say it, would you want to come back as, of course, Dr. Modest Nuel, or you want to come back to this world as maybe Bill Gates, or you want to come back to this world as Elon Musk, or you want to come back to this world as Obama, or you want to come back to this world as a female? What would that be? You want to choose? Will you choose this life again, the same person again?
Well, to be honest with you, I want to come back me, because I think I love who I am. I love the person that I am. I love the principles that I have, and I love the way I live my life. So I will not want to become somebody else. Honestly, it is not about what they've achieved in their life that make people think that they are. And the truth is, what they show you on TV is not what they actually live in their lives, in their real life. So let's not forget that. So it's always important. They say the devil that you know is better than the angel that you don't know. So
yeah. Go ahead. Let me just interrupt you.
This person, this modest or this fearless, I love my person. I love who I am. I love the way I live my life. I love the principles that I've set for my life, and so on and so forth. So I don't want to change. I just want to come. I want to come back to me, and then probably there are 1 or 2 things that I may do differently, and so on and so forth. That's just it. But not becoming somebody else.
All right, of course, I love the fact that you will always choose you. You know, sometimes people think the grass is greener at the other side.
No, 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 no.
You know, you might not know how much dry that grass is until you get there, and then like, oh, is this really what I thought it is? You know, so sometimes for me, I believe God didn't make a mistake to make you who you are. He didn't also make a mistake to place you where you are in the country you find yourself. You know, in Nigeria, in Cameroon, in Zambia, or wherever, there was no mistake. It was intentional. It was for a purpose. So the earlier you understand that there's a role you're supposed to play where you find yourself, and then do it. And then if you want to, of course, from wherever you are, you can still go global. Not to stop you from going global. But there is a reason, a purpose for where you are at that moment. Achieve that, create that impact, and then move to the next place that he wants to take you to. You know, so sometimes you always people say more money, more problem. That was a song by is it Puff Daddy and Biggie or something? Something. I think so. They sang that song. You know, more money, more problem. So sometimes you're like, oh, I want to come back as a billionaire. I want to come back as a okay. Don't worry. When you come back as that, you now know that.
Just to handle the billions is not an easy thing, though. Because like
the
issue of more money, more problems is a reality. Just imagine yourself.
Very, very much.
You have, if you don't have any franc, your only problem is to have a franc to buy maybe a little, maybe some gari and eat. But then you have, say, 5,000 francs or 5,000 naira and so on and so forth. You want to buy something that is better than. You get that? Then yes. Okay, you have 1 million francs. Then you start thinking, you start having a problem of 2 million. That's actually how it is. So more money, more problems. The problems, your problems are proportionate to your financial situation. That's some kind of.
Definitely, that is it. It's always proportional to it, and so you must learn the life of contentment. You must be content with what you have, and that doesn't mean lazy, because some people will confuse contentment for being lazy. No, we're not saying you should be lazy. You know, I can only work for 1 hour in a day. If I see, if that gives me 100 francs alone for the month, I'm okay. No, that is not it. Being contented doesn't mean you should be lazy. Yes, so there's a disparity.
You should be contented with what. You should be contented with what you can achieve after having put your best effort. That's it.
That's it. That's about be contented. That's it. That's a key word there. Be contented with what you have when you have put in your best effort. Exactly. That's the right way to put it. You know. Let me also ask this question: Do you love pets? Do you love pets? Are you pets? If you don't have, which one would you like to have as a pet?
Well, actually, I don't.
Is it dog?
I don't think. I'm not a fan of pets. That's
okay. That's nice. So one last question before I let you go. You know, if you are to be given a superpower, or if you have a superpower right now with you, what part of your body would that superpower, or what superpower would you love to have?
Again?
You know, these heroes and their superpowers. Superman, you know what Superman can do. He has strength, he can fly everywhere. You know, Spider-Man can save the world, and all those. So if you were to have that superpower, what superpower would you want to have?
Well, I would like to have something that many people would think that is something crazy. You know, as an African, I would like to be able to see into people. I would love to be able to see into people. I love to be able to see, in fact, have this power that I can disappear, actually. You know, that's something that I want to have, because I believe that if I have this kind of power, I can put the people who are doing bad things in their places. You understand?
Wow.
That's the one thing that I would love to have.
Wow. You want to see through them and like, this guy's lying. He's not going to do that. He said, especially when it comes to elections and all that, people promise you heaven and earth. I will change this. I will do roads. I'll provide make food, low bodies, you know, and then you can see through like, this is not true, right?
Yes, look at this thing. Let me talk about this a bit. Imagine that I have the power to make thunder, for instance.
Yeah.
You know, thunder is something that it can be very safe, right? As opposed to the Western bomb. If I can have that power to send thunder, I'll tell you to come and remove your ear, just your ear. It's going to remove only your ear. You get that? If I tell you to remove just your hair, it's going to do just that. So that's one thing that I wish I had.
Just to give me a sign that, hey, oh boy, be careful. Now it's just a sign. If you do more than that, more will come to you.
But then, so you can use that as a way of curbing crime, as a way of redressing a lot of evil in the society. Those are the kinds of things that I wish I could have. That's it. Not any physical power to do anything, no, but those kinds of things. But I just think that the people who have it are rather using it in a negative way to kill people. Yeah,
the voodoo that people have, to use it to do evil. But in abroad it's called black magic. In Africa it is called voodoo for evil. I just hope we use this things positively. People can disappear from here and appear in the next place. If you can do all that, why can't you just do that for a good cause?
Yeah,
why do you have to disappear from here and go to and kill somebody? Why can't you disappear and go and kill that politician who's not doing well, who needs to be stopped, and cautioned? You can't disappear into that place and tell them, hey, my friend, you're not doing right.
You're not doing right.
Rather want to kill the innocent man who is just trying to sleep in his, in his bed. Those things. I just hope we get it right, and we use our powers also for positive light. So it's been a fantastic time talking with you, Dr. Modest Nuel, aka Mr. Fearless. We didn't have much persons on the call tonight. This is also a time for them to ask questions. They will also have the chance to ask you questions, whatever question they want to ask, so that they just enjoy the conversation. I can see Helena Angel here. If you have a question, you can just drop it now, because we are wrapping up, of course, right now. And this is the section where you should ask your questions if you have any, and we will answer it, because it's a conversation. It's not just about having a guest and it's a conversation, so we would answer it the best way we can. So, Helen, if you have any question, I think you're the only one. If anyone else there too is there, you can also ask your question now about business, relationship, and of course lifestyle. So while I'm just waiting for them, let me use this question to wait for them. Anyone who wants to drop their own question, so that we could wrap up with this while we're waiting for them. How do you handle procrastination? That's one of the things that people have, and that also links to inconsistency. So how do you, on your own personal way, how do you handle procrastination, and how do you stay productive? Because if you handle procrastination, you stay more productive. So how do you do that?
Yeah, procrastination. Well, that's the greatest evil that you can think about. If you want to grow, you must fight that in your life. If you let it grow in your life, then you're in real trouble. So, I believe that to fight that, it is always good to act at the moment, because there is something with me. Look at this. I said I've recorded a couple of songs. And I do have a lot of inspiration in music. But then, if I have an inspiration today and I don't do anything about it, the next day it's gone. I mean, because I will not have that time again to go to the studio. If something comes to my mind today, I go to the studio and I do it today. That's how it is. At least I do the beat, I do a vocal. So I always try to fight it at the moment. Try to do something at the moment, or just jot down. If you have an idea, you jot it down, you write it, so that you have something that you can count on later on. Otherwise, yeah. So trying to do something, you initiate whatever you have to do at that moment. Not thinking that, okay, I'll start it tomorrow, and so on and so forth.
Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing your personal experience about how you handle procrastination in your own way. So it's something that the truth is everybody, I repeat, procrastinate one way or the other. All right, but then it's just a degree, the degree that varies. Because as a human being, sometimes you're like, I'm tired. Let me just, I'll do it later. We all do that at some point. But then when that starts to affect you from being productive, then it becomes a big problem. So we need to curb it. Just like they tell you, poverty should be alleviated. And alleviation is like reduced. You can't actually stop it. You can never be completely eliminated. Even the best countries in the world, you still have people who are poor. In the US, you still have people who are poor. They are there. You might not just know, they might not be just many, but they are right there in the US, those who are poor, as developed as the US can be. Of course, as developed as China can be, as developed as any of those countries can be, you still have people who are poor right in there. So the goal is just to reduce it, alleviate it, reduce it to the barest minimum, so that it doesn't stop you from still being productive at the end of the day. So I don't know what is asking questions, so we will just wrap up at this point. But then still, because I know some person are going to watch the replay, I know you said you had some books you've written, so let's talk about the books shortly before you leave. Tell us about the books you've written and how that's going to benefit us. Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 books. They are on Amazon. We have Fearless. Well, if you pick up a copy of Fearless, you're going to look at, it's more about relationship, how to navigate the challenges. And the story of a young man grows from childhood and to how he became successful. So navigating through the different challenges of friendship and so on and so forth. So that's the story of Fearless. So if you pick up a copy of Fearless, then you recognize yourself in one way or the other, except you've not had a problem in your in your social life in relationship wise. So actually the book is $10 US, but for now, since we are on this show, I think it'll be important that we do a kind of reduction. And well, I'm giving a 50% discount to anybody who can buy today. Yeah, today, and can we say tomorrow? Today, tomorrow.
Yeah, just add tomorrow to it. Add tomorrow to that, so that for those who would watch the replay, they'll be able to get that. All right, thank you so much for doing that. Like I promised to people, you took one. Where's the second one?
Yes. There is also morning whispers too. Morning whispers. So it's actually that one is more motivational. These inspirational moments that you have with yourself, inspirational discussions that you have with yourself, and that's morning whispers. So kind of a morning kind of book. The moment you're in bed and then you're dozing off, and then those things start streaming through your mind. And so that's morning whispers. Yeah.
All right. So
it's also $10 US, and so the promotion is for both. The reduction is for both, $5 US.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you heard that definitely directly from the mouth of Dr. Modest Nuel, aka Fearless. All right, he has written a book that bears his name, and definitely you will be sure that in that way, that path is a path that you tread, and a lot of things about your life will be unveiled, and then it can guide you to discovering yourself and also becoming a better version of yourself. And that's the book, Fearless. And then morning whispers, those very quiet moments you want to spend and close your eyes and meditate. Those words you love to hear that will tinkle your ears and give you just the right frame of mind to have a nice day ahead. So that's all the books that he has, and because he is on the BRL conversation today, he's giving us a 50% discount. That's how crazy it is. And you can only get that here in the conversation. Apart from that, nobody else. So if you go outside here, you will see them for $10 to buy. All right. So hurry, guys, and reach out to me, and I can get the link from him. So you can also get the book and enrich your life with it. So thank you so much, Dr. Modest, for honoring this invitation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. You are definitely the first person, and this is the first episode, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. And also probably in a couple of time again, you might also come back again, you know, so we can have the conversation. It's basically a conversation where we share ideas, thoughts, and also behind the scenes. I love the fact when you talk about the relationship part. I love that part. It's very sweet. I will not forget that. But of course, you know, that is the essence of it, so that people can see, you know, how human we can be, our frailties, and also the lessons we have learned along the way, so that we can become better with it. You know, thank you again once more for honoring the invitation.
Thank you, for inviting me. And well, it's an honor. It's an honor, and it's even more privileged that I'm the first. I'm the first to be on the show. So it's an honor. It's an honor. Thank you very much for inviting me. And I want to say a big thank you to the numerous people who decided, who made it happen, you know. So
yeah, so they're just calling your name back to back.
Let us keep the conversation. Let's keep the conversation going.
Yes. The conversation, of course, will keep going. All right. So people, again, just to say this, we will be having, of course, another speaker next week, and you have a chance to also vote, nominate the person you want to see next week. Okay. This was a very fantastic time with our friend and brother, Dr. Modest Nuel, and he has shared his deepest secrets. Yes, Mr. Hollis Dabo just joined in right now. That's your brother. Right there.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. I hope you're doing good.
Yes, I'm sure he's also doing very good. Okay, so yes, this is where we are going to end the event for today, and it is always a pleasure being here. The BRL conversation is going to be every Thursday. So if you're here today, next week Thursday, make sure you don't miss it. 7 p.m. West African time. We will not start late again like today. This is the first one, and that's what I have those challenges. And I know moving forward, everything shall be okay. Yeah. All right. So thank you once more. And this is your going to drop chat anchor.
As a member of the Commonwealth, well, we have lost the Queen of the Commonwealth. So she passed.
The Queen?
Yeah, the Queen of Queen Elizabeth II she passed this evening.
Wow, I didn't hear that. I've not heard that news.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, let me just do this a bit. You could read that.
Yes. She dies at 96. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, respect to the Queen Elizabeth.
And the entire royal family.
Yes, respect to Queen Elizabeth, the family of the royal family of Great Britain. You know, they have lost a gem, but of course, I think she lived a very, very long and prosperous life. 96 years is no jokes. So we pray that God will be with the family, even as they anoint a new queen that will take over.
Okay, it is King Charles. King Charles. We're going to have a king this time around. King Charles.
Oh, king! Fantastic. I don't know when last they had a king in England.
It's been a while. It's been quite a while.
It's been a long time. We used to queens, you know. Yeah. We used to queens, and now we're having a king. Wow, that would be great to see how a king rules over, you know, the Great Britain. You know, this is one of the countries that, of course, nations that have colonized a whole lot of other nations, especially in Africa and beyond. And it would be an interesting thing to watch how things pan out. And even while this is the election period too, they're trying to have elections and all that to Prime Minister. You know, it's going to be an interesting time for them. Our prayers are with them, and hope that they will go through this and come out unscathed. All right, so thank you so much again for being here, brother. I would hope to always keep in touch and enjoy, you know, the conversation as it moves on. Of course, making more impact along the way. All right, people, this is where we end the show for tonight. See you again next week, Thursday. Bye-bye, and God bless you all.